Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Thomas, who wanted the Cannongan in the colors of Spyro the Dragon. I think I've done fairly well with that. That was kind of a tough one to lay out, but I got a little bit of a scale pattern on there using the hex camo, and yeah, I think it came out pretty well. Cannon Gun is, of course, a relatively high cost support. I believe, I'm not sure if there's a 750 yet, but I am running this at 700. And this round went way better than I expected. I'd had some rough rounds with this, so, it sometimes these take doing. I've said it. But, yeah, I just by sheer accident, I wind up being this Sazabi's nemesis for most of the round. But, yeah, Cannon Gun can work. It works very well at long range or short range as needed. It has a spot skill that basically shows it, and I think it only shows itself. Who are the identity of each mobile suit on the enemy team, but that is a useful thing to know, so you can not head directly for the raid if you're paying attention and thinking, which, as you can see, I'm not always. But yeah, in addition to having some good quick charging cannons, has resist move, has guns and a knife built into its hand, which is just really weird. But or no, that's right. Just the gun is built into the hand. The knives are separate pieces stored on the skirt. Yeah, I am going after this this bound dock went after me, and I'm going after it. So somebody else got the last shot. That is perfectly fine. It is out of my hair. But yeah, it does pretty well. It does pretty well at all ranges. So I'm trying not to get in too close, but I have built it, like I said, entirely for melee defense and ranged damage. So yeah, I'm hoping that will keep me alive. And I think in the long run, it generally does. I think I got its melee defense up to like 56, something like that. But yeah, this, like I said, this Sazabi, I just end up being, I did not mean to be this person's nemesis, but it just kind of worked out that way. Let's see, the Destiny Gundam is up there. That's not a bad target either, but for now, yeah, just trying to, work out a good place to be to land some damage without getting shot down myself, and I have done it. So, and yeah, Destiny's taking some really good damage there. As you can see, the finger guns do almost as much damage as the shoulder cannons. They're pretty great. The spray beam launcher does good damage too. And does have a decent amount of build stun. I generally manage not to overheat it, though. Yeah, there's a couple of times when it's just I really need that last bit of damage or stun, and I'm just going to go for it. I aimed low because I didn't want to stun my ally. The shoulder cannons do have piercing, so since they are instant stun, that is a little bit of a dangerous thing. Caught the Sazabi with the downswing, which, yeah, I don't think I put any extra melee damage on that, and it did 5,900 with the downswing. So, yeah, it's got decent strength with those. I think they're called heat jacks, and they are. And it has decent melee mod. Like it has 37 melee mod, and I think after all my enhancements, it was in the 40s for ranged. So, yeah, it's definitely a really solid suit. I like it a lot. But yeah, see, there is that Sazabi again. I think. Like I said, just wound up being the bane of their existence. Was not intending to, but when I have an advantage, I am going to take it. And there is the Sazabi down again. And, let's see. I'm betting that's Destiny Gundam up there. I wouldn't mind getting the Destiny. Well, there's very few suits in this game I would mind getting, but yeah. I always like Destiny. It's a design. The show is the show. One day I need to finish watching Gundam Seed Freedom. I have not, but that reminds me, though. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but Gundam Seed Freedom has been solicited for Blu-ray release by Crunchyroll. I believe it comes out in April, but there's a listing up on Amazon for it. So I'm, given that we haven't gotten a lot of communication about future Gundam Blu-ray releases, I'm happy to see them still happening. I know the right situation is different because Amazon is involved, but I really hope this means that eventually we will get a domestic Blu-ray release of G-Quux, because I would really like to have that. But yeah, I'm happy enough that Gundam Blu-rays are still coming. I grabbed Witch from Mercury when it was on sale around the holidays, so it's I like having hard copies of things. I know they don't last forever, and I know streaming is more convenient, but it also more volatile. Just you may. I don't like the idea of just one day waking up and finding that something isn't available officially. That annoys me. But it's happened enough times, But let's see. There is something. There's the Destiny Gundam just trying to finish it off, but it has a bunch of iframes. I think it must have been doing its counter. I think somebody else is probably going to. I think someone else has gotten it. So there's the Sazabi again. Like I said, not intending to be this much of a nuisance to one player. That was not my intent. But there's the Sazabi. So okay, well at least I'm being a nuisance to multiple players. Sazabi tried to boost out of the way. If it had tackled, it probably would have had me actually. But yeah, the nice thing about the downswing on the heat jack is that it has that range. It's a lunging attack, so that can compensate a little bit for situations like the Sazabi, which has just tremendous beam saber range if it chooses to use it. Because the Sazabi is a really good one for catching people unawares from a long range. I think the Cannongan is more a more case of catching people unawares with the fact that you have a really good melee downswing, a really good and fast melee downswing with balancers on a support. It's like, that's cute. That support is trying to stab me. Oh no! But let's see. We are in the last minute of things here. And that was just my shaky fingers being unwilling to line that shot up. That annoyed me. But tried to fire some shots with the spray beam gun, but the Destiny pressed the point, and I got my tackle off at the right time. So take that. And I think the Sazabi finally got me, so that's fine. That is fair after all this. Oh no, it was the Questyog Doga. Well, that's fine too. I like the colors. The shiny silver and the blacks and grays work really well together. I like that. Let's see, 20 seconds left. I'm going to have time to respawn. I don't know if I'm going to have time to accomplish anything. But yeah, like I said, this has gone really, really well. There's Destiny again, which, trying to just get shots around my allies here. I don't want to stun anybody, especially here at the last second, which, well, I got the tackle again. I was not expecting to get that, honestly. But, yeah, I think generally I did okay and the reflexes were good. So, this came out pretty well. I hope you enjoyed it, Thomas. And, 4980 top diversions. Again, I am shiny purple and golden yellow, so 6 and 3, 142,000 damage. I will take that. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. I've never actually played a Spyro game. Not even Skylanders, which I really liked the gimmick of, and they really should have done a Gundam equivalent of that at some point. That would have been something. They could have made a mint, but yeah. Eventually, I'll have to get around to it. Just I don't know why. Just I really did not gel with 3D platformers for a very long time. I think because my brother was the one who owned our N64, and I was the weirdo who wanted to play Ogre Battle 64 on it rather than Mario or Zelda. So I think it also doesn't help that like the first 3D game I tried to put any real serious time into was Castlevania 64. That'll kind of put you off them for a while, honestly.